everyone. Welcome to my powder room. Come on in. First, I want to welcome all of my Facebook friends that I just added. Let me get comfortable. Excuse me. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my powder room. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. I just added a few people to my page. I'm getting a lot of notifications that's coming in. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. My phone is just beeping, beeping, beeping. Come on in. Come on in. Like I said, welcome to my powder room. This particular segment is where I sit at my powder room, in my makeup room, whatever you want to call it. Get ready for the night, wind it down, get ready for bed, and just have a conversation with you all. This is what I call my powder room. Today was kind of bittersweet, I'll say. Hello. Hello. Today I went to City Hall because they're pretty much doing a campaign to increase the violence. You know, the best way they can. There's no way that we can increase the violence, but we can talk about some ways of preventing what's going on in our neighborhoods. So I did a PSA today at City Hall, and it's pretty much increase the peace. Increase the peace. Because I lost a daughter back in 2002. And, you know, every year when it took place, it brings me back to that place of losing my child. I lost my child March 22nd of 2002. And like I said, I went to City Hall today because they're trying to, you know, do something. Because that's all we can pretty much do. All we can do is try to do something. You know, as far as increasing the peace in our neighborhoods. And I know a lot of people are not concerned until it affects home, meaning your loved ones. So that's why I'm here, you know, tonight to talk about ways that we can increase the peace in our neighborhood. And one way is to talk about it. Stop turning the blind eye about, you know, something that you may see that's going on in your neighborhood. Because you don't ever want to lose a child. You don't want to even know what that feeling is like to lose a child. That's something that you can't compare to any other loss in your life when it comes to a child. But that's pretty much what I was doing today. And while I was pretty much in the slumps because of what took place. But like always, when I sit here at the powder room, I get hot. But what is everyone doing? How was your Valentine's night or your Valentine's Day? I guess if you're going to look at me, I can look at you. And one of the things that I talked about at the City Hall when it came to increasing the peace. Oh my goodness. Like I said, notifications are coming in. When all of my girls were living in the house, I raised 6 daughters. There's no such thing as privacy when it comes to my house. I pay the bills, so I make the rules. My oldest daughter, she used to have a sign on her door saying, private, keep out, this and that. So when I used to go to work, I would come home, and there would be boys all on my front porch, like dogs in heat, because I had girls. So eventually I decided to just stay home and raise my children, my girls, because I think that's one of many problems that we have. Both parents are working. There is no one in the household taking care of the children. They're pretty much fending for themselves. So I was privileged enough to be able to stay home and raise my children. Hello, Carla, how are you? And like I said, the fact that I was raising all daughters, it was like it was okay. I'm not gonna say my girls were bad and this and that. They were pretty good girls as far as I can see. I would never say what my kids were not doing outside of the household, but in the household, they were pretty good girls. But like I said, in my house, there was no privacy. My bedroom door and both of our bathrooms, those are the only doors that we had in our house. My girls didn't have doors to their bedrooms. I only had a door to my bedroom and, like I said, both of our bathrooms, because there was no privacy. But I didn't have to worry about sneaking in my daughter's room to see what she had going on. I didn't have to do that because she had little sisters that were doing that themselves. I had eyes in my house when it came to what my girls were doing. And I think that's what's missing in today's households. We have a blind eye to what's going on with our kids. Parents, you're going to have to start getting involved. You're going to have to stop saying, oh, I know my child wouldn't do nothing like that. Oh, I know my child. You don't know your child. Outside of those four walls, you don't know your children and what they're capable of doing because they have outside influences. So we need to get back to finding out what's going on with our kids. If it means snooping, going through their things, by all means, do it. Because a lot of you parents that's watching me right now, you have a son or you have a daughter that's hiding something in your house and you don't even know it. Like I say all the time, if you were to go in your son's bedroom and just flip his mattress over, you'll be surprised what he's holding, what he's carrying up under his mattress. Not saying that he may be, into a gang or anything like that. He may be holding a gun for someone else, or he may be holding a gun out of fear as to what's going on out there in the streets or what's going on in school. He feels as though that's the only thing that he can use to protect himself. But he's hiding it there at your house. Yes, ma'am. And a lot of you parents, I know it's hard out there. You know that your child does not have a job, but it's okay for he or she to walk in your house with new clothes on, and you not question where they get it from. The problem starts with us. It doesn't end there, but it starts there. We have to start being more strict when it comes to our children. Yes, it starts at home. And we have to stop talking about, oh, my child wouldn't do this. Oh, my child wouldn't do that. I wouldn't dare say what my kids were doing. I sure wouldn't. Like I said, I've raised 6 girls, and all of them have different personalities. They sure do. You can raise all of your kids in the same household. That does not mean that all of them are going to have the same standards. All you can do is raise your kids the best that you can and hope or pray to God that they're going to take those tools that you gave them and, put them to use. Because my baby girl, she's 18 years old. She's in college. And at first I thought I was going to be, worried about her. But I know how I raised my daughter. I know what I instilled in her. And all I can do is trust that she's going to make the right decisions. You know, I'm not going to hinder my daughter and tell her, you know, when they were growing up, I didn't say, well, you know, you can't do this, you can't go there, you can't. I didn't do all of that. I trusted my kids enough to know that whatever they were doing, they were going to be respectable about it. You know? But today's young girls, little boys, it's a mess. It's a mess out there. And I really fear for the next generation as to what's left out there for the next generation. Because I think, let me see. Let me count them. Amon, Amir, Austin. I think I'm getting ready to have, I know, Tyler, 7 grandkids. 7 grandkids. And I am so fearful for them because of what's going on out here. You know, we have to increase the peace. We have to increase the peace. We have to increase the peace. If we don't care anything about what's going on with ourselves, we have to at least care about what's going to go on with the next generation. Because this generation, it may be a lost cause because of so many outside influences when it comes to music, when it comes to their peers. You know, it's just so many outside influences going on out there. So it's just, you know, we just have to come together and try to do something and not, you know, turn a deaf ear because it's not affecting us personally. There's so much that we can do. But I'm not going to put the blame on just parents alone. We need mentors. We need male influences in our children's lives. Because a lot of these children come from broken homes. A lot of them come from fatherless homes. So we need mentors, men that can step up and be a part of that child's life. You know, I'm sure there's all type of programs out there, but they need to be visible. Because I have not heard of many programs out there that's actually going out there and mentoring young boys. It starts there as well with the parents in the home, and secondly, mentors. That's all that's needed. Our young boys need someone to look up to. Because I had a conversation, and I know I'm all over the place, but follow me. I had a conversation in my group, Table Talk Thursday, and I was talking about giving the man a child having the father's last name. And I was dead against that. Because I said that if a father is not a stand-up man, stand-up type of guy, that child does not need to carry that man's last name if the woman is not married to him. And a lot of people disagree with me. They said that he's the bloodline and the child should carry his last name. I disagree with that. You don't just get the privilege of your child having your last name if you're not present in his life. That should be an honor. You wear that name like a badge of honor. But you all are just watching me. Like I said, come on into my powder room and let's talk about this. Let's get some understanding. But while you watch me, like I said, I'm sitting in my powder room. I guess I'll, get myself together. Welcome to my powder room. Welcome to my powder room. It's getting hot in here. But what is everyone doing on this Friday night? I'm going to leave this hanging out to my daughter. She just stepped out herself. But I'm going to leave that to her. I think I was kind of burnt out from hanging out like that myself. tasty, good. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my powder room. Like I said, this is where I come to you all and we talk about various things. Okay, I hear that cute voice. Thank you, Anthony. This is my makeup room. Every lady needs a makeup room. How was everyone's Valentine's Day? Anthony, do you have a Valentine? A sweetheart? Valentine's Day should be every day. Hello, hello, hello. Like I said, Anthony, Valentine's Day is every day for me. I don't put too much effort on, you know, these holiday traditions or whatever you want to call it. I don't do those things anymore. I guess as you get older, those type things don't matter to you anymore. What did you do, Anthony? Most people are going to do the traditional thing anyway, and that's dinner. Pretty much that's it. What do people typically do for Valentine's Day other than go out to dinner? I'm just gonna organize my powder room and go listen to me some music, have a glass of wine. Oh, you just went to work, Anthony? You don't have a significant other? You do? Wonderful. That's great. Well, I'm not going to keep you all much longer. I just wanted to check in with you all. And I guess I'll talk to you all soon. Toodles.